Hi everybody, today I'm going to show you and demonstrate how to make sesame steak, and it's a really simple recipe. I do it frequently. It's nice, it's stir fried, and we'll start with the steak. You need about 1 pound of sirloin steak, and I have a little less here, but that's fine. I used it for something else before. So we're gonna start by trimming it and just removing stuff that you would not want to eat, you know, the excess fat. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut it to strips, and we're going to marinate it before we start cooking it. You want to kind of evenly cut so that they all cook at the same rate. But since they're kind of thin, it wouldn't be a problem if there's a little deviation. I should have removed that skin. So we got the meat, and this meat I've seen better days, but you know, it's still good. And we're going to create the marinade. We're going to keep it in the marinade for a few hours. Alright, so for the marinade we'll need 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. And the cornstarch acts as a thickener. Next we'll add Chinese rice wine, and they have this in every supermarket. Either this, or you could even use some dry sherry. 1, 2. Next we'll need 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. And really, usually it's about half a lemon, but this lemon is kind of small. Next we'll add a tablespoon of soy sauce. And just for kick, a few drops of Tabasco sauce. And this is a huge bottle. Yes, I love Tabasco. So really use as much or little that you'd like, you know, to have some heat in your dish. Because we intend to use the sauce also at the end, we're gonna peel the ginger and then grate it. And we just need about this size, or maybe even less. So let me first peel it, and we'll start grating. Alright, I'm going to use my favorite grater. Yeah, this should be enough. Next we'll need a crushed garlic. Crush it a little more. And we're going to stir this all together. And you're going to see some resistance from the starch. Just work at it. If you're concerned about using this sauce after and cross-contamination with the meat, what I usually do, I add it towards the end of the cooking of the meat. And this way I kind of make sure that you know, bacteria and stuff gets killed, but it's not for sure. So if you're concerned about that, then I would make a little more and use it later to drizzle on your meat. So now we can transfer this to a Ziploc bag, and the meat as well. And put it in the fridge, and we'll come back to it you know, in a few hours, 2-3 hours. Alright, so we're back. It's been about 2.5 hours where the meat was in the marinade, and we're good for the next step. The next step is to dry fry the sesame seeds, and this is 2 tablespoons of sesame seeds. So let me turn on the heat and we'll do it over medium heat. And we'll dry fry them until they're golden brown. And we'll just keep tossing them so they don't scorch or burn. If you think the pan is too hot, just lift it off. Alright, and this is good enough. And we'll just put it back into the container. For the next step, I'm going to use a Teflon coated pan. I just seem to have better luck with these pans for doing the searing and frying when it comes to this type of dish. We're going to put a little bit of sesame oil, and I would say about a tablespoon. Separate the marinade to a separate container. And now we're going to move it to the separate plate. Now for the next step, we're going to add the mushrooms, and this is about 4 ounces of mushrooms quartered, 1 cup of onions, and 1 green pepper cut into slits. And this is a little too small for the task, so I'm just gonna move it here. And we're gonna stir fry these for about 3 minutes. And if you think you need a little more time, just add more time. You know, there's a lot of variables involved here. Alright, so at this point we're going to add back the meat and also the marinade that we reserved, and we're going to continue stir frying this for another 2 minutes. And because the marinade was with raw meat, we wanted to cook well. If you don't trust this method, just prepare a separate batch of marinade and use that. And we're done. We can take it. Come on. We can take it off the heat and put it on the dish. Last step is to sprinkle some of the sesame. And there you have it. Stir-fried sesame steak with mushrooms, green peppers, onions. It is just delicious. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Please thumb up, subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video. Till next time, bye.